to Oklahoma High School Sports on this Saturday, folks. Here we are live again at Dick's House of Sports. We want to thank them for letting us come out. It's kind of a chilly day, but guess what? We're going to warm it up in here as we sit out over here in the golf simulator. So we've got some pros up in here today. What's up, guys? How y'all doing over there?
Doing good. You're
I'm
not talking to me. I was like,
I'm talking about the two
my
guys
bad.
over there they hit on a cold day, so they must be getting ready for a big-time tournament. But, folks, like I said, we thank you for coming out, everybody. We're going to have two special guests today. We got the state champion. You see all this OU stuff. Not no OSU, folks. He didn't pick OSU. He didn't pick TCU, but he picked OU. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to have Mr. Preston Albee come on. We're going to have his little cousin or be a four-time state champion over at Carl Albert, Christopher Crawford. So we're going to have a special guest, but we're going to kick it off with my two guys. I got my man Big E. I got Jonah. What's up, fellas?
Nothing much.
Hey, man,
day.
you got to get excited. It's hot. Hey, it's cold outside. We got to bring the
It is
heat in
cold.
here.
It is very cold.
I need to go back to sleep.
You need to go back to sleep. Well, right now we're going to do this show. But, folks, like I said, we're going to get this show started. We'll bring these two young men on here in a few seconds. But, hey, we're going to talk about a little bit of what NFL playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
The Packers.
Man.
What happened to the Packers?
Man.
Where the Packers at?
What was he saying
They at
Sunday?
home, just like the Cowboys
Like
were
the
to begin with.
Cowboys.
See, this is
you know?
what the Cowboys are doing. We wanted to go home early because we want to find our future coach, a good coach. You know what I'm saying?
The coach ain't the problem. It's the ownership.
It's
the ownership.
Well, I mean, we can't do nothing about that because he owns the team. So
Yeah.
we're going to just have to, ride with Jerry Jones until he said, hey, he sells off kind of like the Packers did.
Ain't going to happen.
I just tell you right now, but, right now you got some pretty good teams in it. You got a good matchup today. You got what who we got
Today you got
Kansas City?
you got Kansas City and Houston playing today.
Who you guys got in that one?
Kansas.
Yeah, I think I
I
picked
think
Kansas
Houston's
City.
going to pull it off. I think
Think so?
Kansas
Man,
is
get
ready
outta
to
here.
roll,
In
man.
Arrowhead?
Nah, man. I think Kansas
know.
has done their time. I think it's Houston's time. The only thing I can say about Houston, the cold weather could catch up with them today. But
Yeah,
I just think
that's true.
overall, though, who you guys think gonna win it overall? I think
Ravens.
Super Bowl?
Detroit. Yeah.
I got
Detroit or Ravens?
I think in the Super Bowl I got the Bills and the Lions.
Bills
Super
and
Bowl.
Lions.
Bills and the Lions.
We got a
See,
Bills fan
we
in
got a
here.
Bills fan right here.
What's up, Bills
Bills
fan?
Mafia.
Tell us a little bit
Hey,
about the Bills.
don't be jumping through our table now. Don't be doing none of that. So
What do you think about the Bills? Super Bowl. Why do you think they're going to win the Super Bowl? Josh Allen. Who else you got?
Allen. He don't know.
Okay, this young
There
man
you
know
go.
his stuff. I like it. I want to give a special shout out to a very good friend of mine. He does high school basketball with me. He got it rocking and rolling over at Hare.
Oh, there he is.
Coach Vic. He picks up number 13 last night. The Hare going over there beating his arch rival McLeod at their house. Great game, folks. You talking about high school basketball? I get excited about it because
Is that small town?
I got a daughter that plays with a couple twins.
Is she good, your daughter?
No, she's not really good, but she's okay. But I tell you what I like about it, though, folks. When you can go watch high school basketball and you can get in front of a good crowd.
Talking
I'm
to
sorry.
Melanie.
You get in front of a good crowd, I get excited.
I see.
And then when you can go there and the game is loud and the atmosphere is good. That's what it's all about, man.
Small
High school
town
should be about
basketball.
that.
Absolutely.
Playing in front of a good crowd. But like I said, shout out to Vic for coming. Thank you, Coach Vic, for coming.
He's not
He
paying
ain't paying
attention.
attention.
he's talking ball over there. That's all
Talking ball.
right.
Ernie's probably trying to sell him some shoes. Ernie, you done with that. You can't do that no more. I can. Okay. Ernie's always selling. He's always selling. Well, like I said, we got a good crowd to come out, man. We like to thank the Crawfords and the family, bringing their family out, man, to support Preston and Christopher, man. Like I said, two great golfers. Folks, I don't know that much about golf, so when we take a break, I'm going to disappear. You'll see Big E, and then you'll see Preston and Christopher up here because me and Jonah's probably going to walk the store, and I hope we can put it on Dick's
I gotta
on
stay
their
in my
credit.
lane.
But what else you guys want to cover real quick before we get out of here?
Man,
Not
I don't
much.
know. I don't know. Got some college basketball. The
What about your Sooners?
Yeah,
always
OU
start
men's
off
team.
with-
I mean, just happens every year under Porter Moser. You have a good
Start 10-0.
non-con slate, and then you get in the conference, and then not able to win a game. So, but yeah, so that's tough. The girls are doing good though. They got a big matchup versus South Carolina coming up. I think that's tomorrow night.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
So
Looked like a good game. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, and that's in South Carolina, I believe. So I mean, South Carolina has been one of the best women's basketball programs the past few years. It's like them and UConn are neck and neck. So that should be a good game. And then OU plays South Carolina tonight. Hopefully they can win that one because South Carolina men's team isn't that great of a team. So.
Yeah, I mean, OU, like I said, it's kind of like the football team. You get excited, get a big win, and it's kind of like Christmas. Every year you get excited. You want that special gift, and you open it up, and guess what? It's not there. So that's what OU's basketball teams like, football teams like. But hopefully Preston can turn that golf team around and win them. But, I don't know that much about golf, so I'm going to have you guys educate me a little bit. We kind of talked about it last week on the show, a one bag. What's a one bag?
That just means like you're just the best. You're the best guy on the team. That gives them the best chance to win, stuff like that. You can shoot the lowest scores, stuff like that. So
you guys got to really educate me because how do you keep scores when you're going against different teams and whoever has it? So
it's just the amount of strokes. So every time you swing a club, that's a stroke.
So you want the less amount of swings?
And then you got penalties. So like if you hit it into the water, you got to add a stroke. If you hit it out of bounds, you got to add a stroke. So all that good stuff. But yeah, it gets a little complicated. But once you learn it, I mean, it kind of sticks with you. So.
But like I say, folks, we want to thank Diggs House of Sports for letting us come out and use the facility. As you can see, we're using a golf simulator. Pretty cool, man. They've done a great job. This is our third show we shot here. Me and Coach Vic could do one with the girls playoff. Big E, they gonna get in there and hit a couple balls, man, and
best believe it.
See what kind of swing
I haven't swung a club in a while. I need the practice.
We really want some feedback when y'all see Big E swing, man.
I don't want to. I mean,
we want a lot of feedback.
I can take constructive criticism. Just be nice about it, okay? It ain't great.
You might need to ask one of them gentlemen over there. Can you get in and have them coach?
Yeah, they might be. He's practicing his swing right now. It looks pretty good. He might be able to teach me a thing or two.
We got our own little course.
Yeah, we got a course. I can't. That is. It says Abu Dhabi National. Abu Dhabi Golf Club.
Abu Dhabi Golf Club. I don't know what that is, but it looks really nice. Green and looks sunny, and it's not like that like here in Oklahoma today. So
definitely not.
That's something crazy. Well, Jonah, what's on your mind? You got a lot going on with Noah's wrestling and all that. What's going on?
Just wrapping up wrestling. About to train Noah in sailing and track, and then get Adriana in golf, and then Luca
there you go.
starts. What is Luca gonna do? Luca's doing baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, so I got a full house, a full slate.
You staying busy.
I stay busy. That's what happens when you have 4 kids, man.
Man.
That's good.
I don't think I could have that many.
Don't do it. I wouldn't sign you up for it.
Future wife, wherever you're out there, let's just keep it at 2.
Keep it at 1
Let's
to 2.
keep it at 2.
Yes, sir.
But
that's about it. Probably take Noah, like I said, last Sunday to Dobbins in Texas. Get those hands and feet better.
Ready? Nothing wrong with training. I know
he may
Zoe
not be a
started
tailback. He may have to run slot.
Yeah,
so we never know.
She started her little weightlifting training last night, man. Got a membership at
Who,
Shake,
she got game?
Yeah, she got game. We got to get a little bit stronger. She knows it. That's the thing about these kids these days, man. To stay on top of to be a great athlete, you got to stay on top of the game, That's practicing, but out of 7 days, you're probably in the gym 5 days a week, and then 2 other days or 3 days, you're trying to let your body recover. But even with that, though, you're still –
that school practice is not enough.
No. Even with your trainer, you got to go get your shots up on your own, or your footwork on your own. You got to go do all that stuff on your own. You can't just do it yourself. You got to go out there and have somebody help you, but also you got to go put in the time yourself too.
Right.
If you're just thinking, hey, I'm gonna go to school practice, I'm gonna go to my trainer, and I'm done. That ain't gonna work. You got to go out there yourself and put the work in. A great player like Stephen Curry, he probably puts up 500 shots, and if you look at some of these guys, they get to arena.
They've had a full practice
2 hours before the game started and getting up shots. So it just tells you, to be a great athlete, female or male, you got to put the work in. These guys in golf. I'm pretty sure these guys probably got simulators in their house so they can get shots up and hit the ball. But so it's crazy how the world has come, though, man. Tennis, any sport now, track. You got to put the work in, man.
Oh, yeah.
Parents get upset sometimes.
You can't just come out the womb. You gotta prepare.
Yeah, parents get upset at sometimes why Johnny not playing or Susie not playing because, hey, this other kid might be putting all this work in and getting the shots up or getting the footwork in. You look at a lot of these guys. Look at Dobbins, man. Dobbins a coach that coaches. He played at Tulsa. He does a lot of sideline, individual training. But the problem with that is that he's going up to OU, OSU, and training kids now. Yeah. These kids are in college, and they're getting trained by a guy that's not even at the university.
Right.
That just tells you what you got to do to become a good player.
Right.
You can't just sit at home and think you're going to get, hey, I'm going to go D1, I'm going to go D2. Man, now with the transfer portal, these kids are making money, left and right. I tell you one thing I got to say, though. Shout out to Jeff Roberson, was at Oklahoma State.
Yep.
He's taking his talents over to Minnesota. Oklahoma State didn't give him the money he wanted. And guess what? He packed his bag, took his beautiful fiance, and said, hey, we going to the cold, baby.
Going to the
But he getting paid, though.
That sounds like a good hit right there.
And that's the thing about it, though.
Solid.
All these kids all these young men and women are getting paid. And it's changed so much from the time when we played ball to the time now. So it tells you how crazy it is.
When we played, it was under the table.
Yeah, we didn't get, you might have got a 20 after the game to get you a bag of popcorn, maybe $10 worth of gas, and a scratch off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now these kids are making $200,000 to $300,000 a year.
More than that, millions.
Millions to play a sport that I did
Miami
for free.
quarterback got
Butch,
$4 million.
I got to ask Butch Crawford out there. Butch,
that
how much money did you make when you played ball?
Is that big head, Rick?
0. You know what I'm saying? He had to pay. Tell you had to pay to play, huh? He had to pay to play. Chris Crawford out there. He out there shaking heads. Chris Crawford, we called you. When you played college ball, how much money did you make? We ain't gonna tell people what college he went to. They might be on probation. UCO.
Wow.
But I'm saying now kids are getting paid to play a sport that we did for free. You know, it's crazy though. But
when you look at how much money they're generating for these universities, I mean,
Right.
So
no, they're making a lot of money for them. They really are.
So like OU alone, their football program and their men's basketball program, they like completely fund the rest of the sports, because the rest of the sports, to put them on, they're actually losing money on those sports. Despite how good the softball team is, they're losing money on the softball team.
Yeah.
So it's like like men's football, men's basketball. That's kind of the what's making these athletic departments run. So that's why they're getting the bigger money than all these other athletes. And I mean, you every now and then you'll see some of these other athletes, like that softball, that pitcher that committed to Texas Tech. I think it was like a $2 million deal. So, excuse me. But yeah, it's just. But yeah, they're generating all this money for the universities, and I think it's only right that they get a little piece of the pie in some way or form.
Do you think that's fair though?
Do you think they what?
Yeah, I mean it's fair. You're a boss. You run a company, all right. Are you going to give a promotion to somebody that's not generating you any revenue, or are you going to give it to the dude that's giving you that's doing good?
I don't give it to the person that's doing good, but I'm saying I think you got to put a cap on it though.
Why you got to put a cap on it?
Because some of these guys are going to make this money and they
Who
ain't even done
cares?
nothing yet. But first, let them go prove themselves.
Who cares?
Let them prove themselves before you go pay somebody.
You got to get them in the door first.
So you tell me you're in the medical field, so we're gonna put a doctor that, hey, he kind of went through class, made decent grades, but we're going to have him go do a surgery on you?
Is he going to do what?
Do surgery on you.
That's a whole different thing.
No, it's not a whole different thing. He got to prove himself.
That's my life versus running a football.
It's life. I mean, you get hit, the wrong way, or whatever. I'm saying prove yourself before you get paid. We're paying kids that haven't done anything. We're paying high school kids coming straight out of high school, coming out of 4A, 2A, 1A, and haven't done anything.
All right,
so
let's
much
put it
money.
like this then.
That's like, okay.
Zoe is about to graduate. Wait, time out.
You always want to say Zoe. We're not talking about Zoe. We're talking about.
You brought him into it.
Zoe is
because he's in the medical field. I'm
Time
talking about kids
Zoe,
making money that haven't done anything.
Right. All right. Zoe's getting ready to graduate. OU's about to give her whatever. She hasn't done anything. Are you gonna say no, OU? I'm not gonna take the money because Zoe hasn't done anything.
No, we're not gonna take the money. We're gonna get her education.
All right.
We got it on. We got it.
We got it on film.
got it on film.
You gotta prove yourself.
We got it on film.
You gotta prove yourself.
Zoe, I'll be your manager. Don't let your dad be your manager. We're taking that purse.
Let's take a break.
All right.
Let's take a break. Well, folks, we'll be right back after what?
After one of our sponsors.
Keeping it what?
100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
The gang's the same, but we changed the name, and we're now Chaos Customs OKC. Still your one-stop shop for all your vehicle upfitting and accessory needs. With almost 30 years in the business, we're your go-to for lift kits, wheels, tires, spray liners, bed covers, leather, fleet solutions, and so much more. Give us a call today at 405-778-8878.
Welcome back to Keeping 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I'm joined by Preston Albee, current Choctaw senior signed to play college golf at OU. And then I got Christopher Crawford over here. He's you're in 8th grade right
Yes,
now?
sir.
8th grade, playing golf at Carl Albert. He'll be the next big thing in golf, so keep your eyes out on him. But, so how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Doing good?
Woke up this morning, got to hit some golf balls in my upstairs. It's always a great way to start the day. So.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. Did the exact same thing.
Heck yeah. So, kind of talk about how you guys got into golf.
So originally my pawpaw kind of got me into golf, got me some plastic clubs when I was like 2. And then when I was 6, my dad put me in a tournament that I did not want to play in. And I was throwing a fit the whole way there. But, I ended up enjoying it. I got 3rd place, which at the time I didn't know there was only 3 people in my age group.
Okay.
But that's what
Right.
kept me coming back. I thought I did good because I got 3rd. So, yeah.
Awesome. What about you?
I got a plastic set when I was like 2 for my birthday, and then just went on from there.
Awesome. And, so what kind of, I got it here. So what would you say the best part of your game is? Is it the short game, the approach off the tee?
I would say the best part of my game is probably like short irons into wedges and kind of around the greens putting. So kind of my shorter game. And I would say when I'm hitting my driver really well is when I go low.
There you go. What about you?
Probably my driver and my putter.
Okay. There you go. If those two are working, you're going to shoot low.
Yeah.
And so what are you guys' practice regimen like? I know y'all got a golf simulator at home, but, when you're in the season, kind of what's the practice regimen like?
Yeah, so, obviously I'm going to have, like, different focuses each day. So, some days I'll work on shorter irons or wedges. Some days it'll be more putting focused. Some days it'll be more driving focused. And so just kind of those types of things, just focusing on a certain thing.
I got you.
Yeah, I always go with him to the golf course, and I do what he's doing. So.
Okay. Good guy to kind of model your game
Yeah.
after going to OU and things like that. So, so do you guys have any like pre-match rituals or like superstitions? Y'all do anything kind of crazy or weird before you tee it off?
Not really. I know, like, I always do everything in the same order, which I guess is good. It's just kind of my routine.
Yeah.
But I try not to just break that.
Yeah. Gotcha. There's not like a certain meal or anything you eat before?
No.
Or like,
I know I used to when I was littler. I would always love Olive Garden before the first round of the tournament.
Yeah.
Some fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah, that's the best thing there. You get that tour of Italy or whatever.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff. What about you?
Y'all might think this is weird, but I listen to Unwritten, and I eat 4 chicken minis before every round.
Wow, Unwritten.
Yeah.
But what's that, like Natasha Bedingfield? That's who that
Yep.
by? Okay, yeah, I know what song you're
Yeah.
talking about. Can you sing it for us real quick?
Nope.
Okay, I tried.
Can't sing.
So what's going through your head when you're about to tee off? People talk about swing thoughts all the time. So like when you're over the ball and you're about to hit that first shot of the tournament, kind of what's going through y'all's head?
Yeah, so 99% of the time I have a swing thought, and I just try to one swing thought, no more. There's one thing that I'm focusing on for that particular tournament, and then I know I have the skills. I kind of block everything else out. Don't worry about what anyone else is thinking, whatever. Stay locked into what I'm doing and just hit the shot 'cause it's just like any other shot.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous, but once I get to the tee, I'm ready to hit.
Yeah, I got you. See, my swing thoughts is I slice really bad.
Yeah.
So I get over, I'm like, don't slice, and then I slice. It happens every time. So, yeah. But, probably not the best swing thought. Might need to change it up.
Yeah.
So, so you guys played a lot of golf, played it a lot around here and out of the state as well. So what's your favorite course that you've played in Oklahoma and your favorite course that you have played out of state?
Okay, so my favorite course that I played in Oklahoma was definitely Southern Hills. I got to play it 12 days before the PGA Championship.
Oh, heck yeah.
So that was sick. And then my favorite course I've ever played out of state, it wasn't in tournament, but I played Tobacco Road in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that one.
Yes, it's very unique.
Gotcha.
Very unique.
Yeah. What's a bucket list course?
Bucket list course?
Haven't played yet.
I'm going to say Whistling Straits because I went to the Ryder Cup there, and then also Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
Those two are
Heck
pretty
yeah.
high up there.
Yeah. What about you?
In Oklahoma, probably Shangri-La,
Yeah.
and then out of state, Probably Greyhawk.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I think me and my buddies are trying to plan a trip to Shangri-La, play all the courses that they got up there. I've heard good things about it. So so for you, Preston, going into school, I mean, you got a little bit to finish up. You're not early enrolling, right? You're finishing up? Okay.
Yes, I'll enroll in a summer class so I can start using the facilities.
Okay, very cool. So do you have a major decided yet?
I don't know. I'm probably just going to do something like business.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Very versatile degrees. You can do a lot with that.
Yes.
And I know you're far away from it, but do you kind of have a major decided or anything that you want to get into?
Not yet. No. Probably want to get into engineering, probably.
Yeah. Well, for me, I didn't figure out until like halfway through my senior year. I was like, man, I'm gonna be graduated in 6 months, and I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. So,
yes.
Yeah, don't have to have it figured out right now for sure. Fun question here. So, you get to choose 3 people to play in a group with: celebrities, professional golfers, family, anybody. Who are you taking? And what course are you playing at?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I love Tobacco Road. I might have to play Tobacco Road. That's just all-around fun course. I'm probably, that is a great question. I may take a couple of my buddies, but celebrity-wise, I'm probably going to take Taylor Gooch, hometown.
Heck yeah,
hometown
Taylor
guy.
Gooch. You ever got to talk with him and everything?
I have, yes, yes. Probably going to pick him as a celebrity, and then probably 2 family members.
There you go.
Maybe my dad, my pawpaw.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to include the family on that stuff.
Yeah.
What about you?
You said 3?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, like Preston said, Taylor Gooch. Tiger Woods, definitely.
Yeah.
And probably my dad.
There you go. That's a pretty good lineup right there.
Yeah.
Taylor Gooch. I got to watch him when I when I went to the Live tournament up in Tulsa.
Yes.
Did y'all have a chance to go check that out?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. All right. So speaking of Live and everything, kind of what are your thoughts on the future of golf? You know, the TGL just started coming around. Have you guys been watching that?
I've watched some highlights. I haven't had a chance to watch it kind of through.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Just hearing the players talk and everything. But yeah, so you got the TGL that's coming around now, and then you got Live Golf. They just signed a big deal with Fox. So that's going to start growing. So yeah, well, just what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah. So I mean, I think Live Golf was a good thing for golf all around. So PGA Tour wasn't paying much, and then Live Golf came in and said, well, we're going to pay you a bunch more, and so the PGA Tour had to up their game.
Right.
And so I think it makes it competitive too. But I think they'll eventually join like they've talked about.
Yeah.
And I think it'll all work out.
Right. Would you rule out, like, let's say you get a chance to play on the Live Tour, you taking it?
Absolutely, yeah. That's like guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's guaranteed, you got to take it.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, if I got paid a couple $100 million, I would easily go over there.
What they offered Tiger like $900 million, almost $1 billion to do it, and he turned it down.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, it's Tiger Woods. I mean,
Right,
he's not hurting for money.
Yeah,
So.
I was gonna say he's got plenty of money.
Yeah. So.
I want to ask some of the fans that's sitting out here that's watch Preston and Chris play. They got a couple of questions for him.
All right.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
If anybody got a question for Preston or Chris, raise your hand. Let's go.
Ask you, where are all the bets won?
On the first tee.
On the first tee.
On the first tee.
Good job.
Anybody else got a question for Preston? I got one. I want to ask you, what made that decision to come down to pick Oklahoma State? I mean, OU.
Right.
Oklahoma State and TCU.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I've always been an OU fan, and I mean, it's just kind of it's the closest thing, and they have a great program, and I mean, staying close to home, it's a 45-minute drive. That's awesome, and so I mean, I believe they have the best program this year. Got a chance to win a Natty, and hopefully many more to come.
Another question I want to ask you is that, OU was in the Big 12, now they're in the SEC. Is there a big difference between the Big 12 and the SEC? And then, wait a second, come on, put that finger out there, because I'm seeing some, well, you shining, you blinging, bling, bling, bling. But no, what's the difference between OU being in the SEC, now being in the Big 12?
Yeah, so there's not like a lot of difference for golf schedules because you play like a bunch of teams, whoever enters the tournament. You do play the SEC championship instead of the Big 12 championship, obviously. But that's kind of the main difference.
I got one for you, Christopher. As an 8th grader coming in, you got a chance to go to Colorado next year and be the one bagger. I don't know what a one bagger is, so please explain that to me. And then, what is your goal going into high school next year? Trying to be a 4-time state champion.
So a one bag is like the best player, and my goal is to probably be the one bag, and shoot probably under par, a couple rounds.
But what's your goal set to be a state champion? What's it going to take for you to work hard to become a state champion like your cousin?
Gonna take a lot of practice hours, and need a lot of practice.
So how much time do you guys do practice though?
I mean, a bunch every day. Before we came here, we were both hitting balls in my upstairs in the simulator for
That's awesome. That's my
a while.
next question.
Yeah,
You guys have a simulator.
we do. Yes.
Yes.
Both of us each do at our house. Spend a lot of time in that during the winter when we can't get outside, and then anytime we can get outside in the winter, it's an extra day. We can get together. So obviously it varies whether I can be outside or inside. Inside, I try to keep it to a minimum because hitting off mats isn't great for your wrist. But outside, several hours a day, like 3, 4, at least.
I got to ask this last question. I'm going to leave you alone, so I feel like I'm harassing you. But watching you, grow as a young man, in the golf game and in the basketball game, I know basketball was a passion that you loved and you did, but sometimes you got to tell the youngsters that playing 2 or 3 sports that, hey, you got to concentrate on one. I know that's something that you did, but do you still pick up the basketball and shoot any?
I do sometimes, not a lot. But yeah, I still definitely enjoy playing. Definitely miss it a little bit.
That's good stuff, though, man. Like I said, I think, I was just sitting there bragging on how well you speak. I don't know what your goal is in life, what you plan on doing, but something you could do is probably go into commentating, man. You're real smooth. You might even become a model. You're a good-looking young man, too. So the young lady that's on your right shoulder, she's lucky to have you. Christopher, like I said, getting to knowing you, on the basketball court and baseball, and then, now golf. Are you going to go to one sport, or are you going to still try to do 2 sports?
Eventually I'm going to go to one sport, but for about 2 more years I'm going to play basketball.
That's it. Anybody else going to have a question? Come on, Mom. Ask them. We're gonna have Mom come. We're gonna put her on the spot real quick. Come on, Mom. Ask me some questions, please.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. How often are you gonna be coming home once you go to school next year?
When I need you to do my laundry. Okay, sounds good.
It sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, that
Good
sounds
deal.
like a great deal to me.
Christopher, I know that you have grown up watching Preston and his younger brother Parker playing golf, and you do a lot of things they do and you watch them. What's one thing that you can say that you've learned watching Preston and Parker play golf? What's one thing that you can say I took from them?
That they have a good attitude every time, and if they have a bad hole, they still have a good attitude. So yeah.
Anybody else before we shut it down? Come on, open the mic. Here we go. David. That's David right here.
Christopher, what's your best round ever?
Well, gosh, I think it's like 4 or 5 under at Belmar.
I shot 59 at Belmar.
59 at Belmont?
Yes. No, I actually bogeyed hole 18. Yeah.
Y'all don't want to ask me my best round is.
It was like 3 under, right?
Yeah, we can go.
Okay,
yeah. Yep, 3
Good
under. Yeah. But I got a couple more questions for you. So, committed to OU and everything. Kind of talk about your relationship with Coach Hibble. What has he been telling you? Things like that. And have you got in contact with any maybe former players or current teammates? So anything like that?
Yeah, so I've known Coach Hibble for a while. I think my first OU golf camp was when I was 9 years old. And so that's kind of when our relationship started, and I've always loved the place, loved him, and so I mean, getting to go there, that's obviously a dream come true. But yeah, all of the current players, I know all of them. A few of the past players, I've had the opportunity since it's so close to play with, I think, all of them. And so yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So are they like giving you advice, or y'all just kind of chop it up?
So yeah, most of the time we just go out, play for a little bit of money. Obviously, can't play without something on the line.
Right. Playing for
fun.
What do y'all play? You play skins or?
I think it's a different game every time I go out. They've taught me some games I've never heard of, but I've learned some new games.
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then also, OU, they're supposed to be getting those new facilities. I think they should be opening up here pretty soon.
I believe
before the end of the year.
I believe February.
Oh, okay, so here pretty quick.
Yes.
So what have you been hearing about those, and kind of what's exciting about those new facilities?
Yeah, so I got the tour. Christopher actually was with me on the tour. It was just drywall when I was in there. But it's gonna be the real deal. It's awesome. And then so they only had one building before, with kind of their practice area and hangout area. So they're expanding on that building, and then they're gonna make that just kind of their hangout area, locker room area. And then they're building a separate building that is awesome. It's got 6 hitting bays from outdoor that you can hit onto the range, plus one more hitting bay just into a screen. And then right in the center, they've got a huge putting green. It's awesome. So, I think the putting green is more square feet than my house.
Wow.
So it's awesome.
I heard a little bit about it because for one of my assignments, I did a story on like when they just broke ground on it. So like when I saw it was just mounds of dirt.
Yes.
But yeah, that green, and it's gonna be like. It's like mechanical, like it can change and everything.
I don't think it can change, but it's gonna have some slope in it.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's not just gonna be flat. It's gonna have some slope in it.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then one room that was unique that I'd never even heard of until Coach Hibble was going through the plans with me is they're gonna have a laser room for putting, and so it's gonna be kind of like their putting lab basically, and so it's gonna have million different putters, different things just to kind of dial in the putting.
Yeah. So literally everything you need to improve your game and stuff like
everything.
that.
And then one more thing that I didn't know about till I was on the tour is they're going to have a room where we can like repair clubs on our own, so we don't have to spend the time to send it back to Titleist.
Very nice.
Them to send it back to us.
Yeah.
We can just get it done.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then also another thing that I'm kind of interested in with golfers is like their workout regimen or their recovery, stuff like that. So what does that look like?
Yeah, so working out, I'm on a program with Active 30. His name is Chris Doherty. He's based out of Austin. He sends me an online workout schedule each week, and 3 days a week I'm working with weights. The other 4 days is stretching and mobility, and I still do that stretching and mobility the 3 days that I'm lifting weights as well. So that's 7 days a week, weights 3 days a week, and yeah.
Awesome. What about you? What is your workout and recovery
So
routine
I go
look like?
to Zoe, my sisters, and Zoe's friend. We go to Yo-Yo. He's in Norman, and then we have a gym at home, so I'm in there 3 days a week.
Gotcha. So is it like as far as working out and everything, is it like heavy lifting, or is it more so like repetition?
Yeah,
like
so we don't do any bench press or like back squat. Just bench press isn't the greatest on your shoulders. Back squat can put some strain on the back, but for the most part, like we'll do step ups onto a box with weights, dumbbells, and then we'll do box jumps, just kind of explosion types of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then like, hip mobility stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Lots of hip mobility, that sort of stuff.
Gotcha. Is there anything either of you would like to add about yourselves, about what the future is going to look like, anything like that?
I would just like to thank my family and everyone who supports me, my golf coach Steve Ball, and my first golf coach, who was actually the head pro at Belmar when I joined there, Jeff Elliott, who is now living in Dallas. But yeah, he spent a lot of time with me out there at Belmar, and made me fall in love with the game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Christopher?
Yeah, my family, Coach Steve Ball, Jared, pro at Belmar, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. Guys, that was Preston Albee, committed to play golf at OU, and Christopher Crawford, up-and-coming golfer at Carl Albert. So keep your names out for them. You'll be able to hear his name. You can check the scores and stuff on ESPN and all that good stuff, and then check him out as well. But, yeah, that's pretty much all we got. So thank you, guys.
All right.
Yep. All right, sounds good. Yep, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Man, Dad, all this crazy weather has gotten our roof and gutters all messed up.
Good thing we know some guys over at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters. They can inspect and repair your roof and gutters and get in contact with your insurance company in 72 hours or less.
Call Jay Hunt at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters at 405-473-0674. No job is too big or too small for Rain Down Roofing and Gutters.
Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I'm here with Adriana, another young and upcoming golfer. So how are you doing, Adriana?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing good. So how old are you?
11, about to turn 12.
About to turn 12, and you're getting into golf, or have you been golfing for a while?
I've only been golfing for a year, but that was a couple years ago.
Okay, very cool. So what's your favorite thing about playing golf?
Probably playing with other people. Like, it's fun playing games around. I played at First Tee for a while. That's where I played, and there's like a whole bunch of people there, and I got to shooting, like not shooting, I'm thinking of basketball, but hitting is really fun too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Gotcha. Do you ever get your dad to come out there and play golf with you?
No.
No? Come on, Jonah, you got to get out there and play some golf with her, man.
He doesn't know how.
You can have Preston or Christopher teach you how to swing a little bit. So what is it that made you want to get into golf? Was it something that you kind of had an interest in, or?
No. Oh, well, when I started, it was good. I liked it. It was like calm and something for me to do, and so that's how I got into golf.
Okay. Do you have a favorite golfer?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that's all right. There's so many of them. It's hard to pick one, you know. But, all right. So what are you hoping to do with golf? Are you wanting to play it in high school and in college, or?
Yeah, I would probably want to play it,
yeah. So if you had to pick, so let's say you had an offer from every college to play golf, where are you going?
I don't know.
And all the NIL's money is the same. They're all offering you the same NIL money. Because I know Jonah and Tony like to talk about that.
Probably OU.
OU?
Yeah.
Good choice. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything you'd like to add?
No.
No? All right. Thank you for coming on, Adriana.
Well, welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. Like I said, we did our special golf show. We want to thank Dick's House of Sports again for letting us come out and had these two young, amazing young men, and one young man fixing golf start his college career at OU next year. And you got Christopher. He'll be going into his freshman year at Carl Albert. But, it's what we do at Keep It 100. We don't do football, basketball. We got golf, folks. It's what we do. We turn it around. We try to save kids from playing a PlayStation and Xbox to come out and talk sports, and that's what we like to do. But like I said, I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting these two young men. Like I said, man, Big E, great job interviewing. You couldn't ask for a better deal, man. He knows golf. That's why I took the back seat. And, he's been with me for 4 years, and he teaches me something every day. But like I said, I think it was a great turnout. But what we're going to do now, we're going to get to see these guys hit a little bit of golf ball. One young man is, like I said, is going to OU, and the other young man is about to start his high school career. We're going to see what Ethan got. He always talking about his golf game. So we're going to keep the camera rolling and going to let them hit something, all right? Well, thank you for joining and always watching Keep It what?
100 Oklahoma High School Sports. See
ya.